Shalom, call halal, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakodashi, double honors to the apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders again before them that tell us is true. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, to the Aquav that are listening and learning, being a pillar of rest, the 144,001 the hopeful elect of Israel. I'm the brother Yahshua. I'm back with the World War III Daily Update. Shalom and salutations to all. Salat. Today is War and Rumors of War Tuesday, where every Tuesday we read Matthew 24:6 in the King James, and ye shall hear of war and rumors of wars. Okay? Read the whole thing. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Okay? Then what we do, we read these other versions and we pick out some different words. So here we have in the NIV, we have rumors of wars. In LT, we have threats of wars. So we've got rumors and threats. And we have reports of wars. So we have rumors, threats, reports, and news of battles far away. Rumors, reports, threats, and news. Okay, so let's go find some rumors, reports, threats, and news. At the Open-Minded Thinker Show 1 hour ago, Scott Ritter reveals what? News, reports. 800,000 Russian troops send NATO in panic, Ukrainian troops in disarray. Is this a rumor? Is it a threat? Take it away, Open-Minded.
Following a series of aggressive daytime raids by Russia that hit multiple parts of Ukraine, renowned weapons inspector Scott Ritter has provided a rare and incisive analysis of the renewed Russian aggression and the reasons behind its recent escalation. Ritter notes that there are signs within Russia indicating preparations for more intense and daring strikes aimed at crippling both Ukrainian and NATO military efforts. For the first time, Ritter acknowledges that Russia is moving away from its customary strategy of aggressive patience towards a more Israel-like military operation, potentially targeting the leadership of the Ukrainian government. The increase in attacks on Kyiv, the Ukrainian capital, which is protected by multiple layers of Patriot air defense systems, suggests a shift in Russian tactics. Ritter suggests that these attacks might be an attempt to retake the capital, an objective Russia pursued in the early days of the conflict. This time, however, the attacks could be more brutal given the significant increase in weapons Ukraine now possesses and NATO's encouragement of strikes deep inside Russia. In recent weeks, Russia appears to have intensified its attacks on Kyiv. The latest barrage targeted a children's hospital in the center of the capital, an act that has sparked international outrage. The incident saw both Russia and Ukraine trading blame. Russia claimed that missile defense debris caused the devastation, while Ukraine asserted that the hospital ward was directly hit by a Russian missile. Although the exact cause remains unclear, the evidence suggests that a missile struck the facility amidst a series of Russian attacks across Ukraine. The attack on Okhmatid Children's Hospital in Kyiv resulted in the deaths of 2 individuals, including a young female doctor. Additionally, missile debris fell on a separate medical center in Kyiv's Dniprovsky district, killing 7 people. Another 7 fatalities occurred at a business center in the Solomyansky district of the capital. Elsewhere, at least 10 people died in strikes on Kryvyi Rih, a central Ukrainian city, and 3 more were killed in Pokrovsk.
So what they're describing here is collateral damage. These are not even troops or soldiers fighting. This is people that caught some shrapnel, or whatever, which is what happens, okay? I'm going to play a little bit more of this, and then we'll get to, this is just the beginning, right? Mass death is coming, where you know what collateral damage is in with a nuclear strike? A lot, right? Great death, mass death, okay? I'm We'll let a little more of this play.
In eastern Ukraine. Ritter believes that these attacks are a prelude to a larger Russian offensive aimed at taking control of Kharkiv and the Kiev region. He posits that this could be Russia's final push to dismantle NATO infrastructure within Ukraine, potentially leading to a major conflict between Russia and NATO in the coming months. The rapid deployment of countermeasures by Russia against the defense systems provided to Ukraine suggests that Russia has capabilities that might surprise the West.
If you take a look at the range of some of the weapons that Ukraine's using, that buffer zone takes you right up to Kharkov. So even though Putin's saying our goal isn't to take Kharkov, it's sort of one of the byproducts of creating the buffer zone necessary to keep Ukraine from striking Russian territory. But it's not the primary objective. The objective is to continue to destroy the Ukrainian military, part of the demilitarization goal of the special military operation, and to create this buffer zone. But the real goal here is that this offensive is designed to extend Ukraine's already depleted forces even further. Ukraine had to divert reserves that were needed on the primary line of contact, the eastern Ukrainian line of contact with Russia. Where they already have insufficient manpower, they've already said we don't have enough people to hold this line. The troops that were coming in to basically delay the Russian victory had to be diverted to Kharkov, where they've been destroyed. Entire brigades have disappeared. Other brigades have refused to engage because they recognize the suicidal aspect of the tasking.
This falls under news and report. Okay. He's reporting the news. All right. So Matthew 24:6 is prophecy coming to pass.
And now you have collapse in the north that's taken away the strategic reserve. You have insufficient forces on the previous line of contact that are now being stretched thin. The Russians are making dramatic advances there. That was the purpose. And my guess is that you're going to see 1, 2, or maybe even 3 additional fronts being opened up that are designed to continue to stretch the Ukrainians to the breaking point. And probably by the time the last front is opened up, one might speculate to the Zaporizhia area, there are no Ukrainian forces left, and that will lead to a dramatic reversal of fortune for the Ukrainians. They are holding on to prepared positions, but a key aspect of the prepared positions in a war of attrition is the ability to rotate units in and out. So you send a brigade in, it holds for a certain period of time, and then it's rotated out so that it can rest and refit. Another brigade comes in. The Ukrainians don't have brigades to rotate out, so these brigades are in there and they're just getting chewed up and chewed up and chewed up. And if they stay there, they'll all die.
All right, so he's basically explaining the fruits of war, right? And the fruits of war is mass death, especially this war, World War III. It's going to be about mass death. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Jake is hard hit, man. We're clearly being visited by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai in everybody's faith. That's what these wars are, right? The gathering of the troops into the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. That's the Most High doing it. Okay? Let's get Joel. We'll close on this. Joel 3. What is God doing? Let's find out. God said in the NLT, I is God. What is he going to do? He will gather what? The armies of the world into the valley of Yahweh Shabbat in the Middle East. Okay? Who's doing this? God is. World War III is being fomented by who? Forgot. Why? Because he's bringing great judgment. Who? The people that harmed his people. I will judge them. Who's them? Whoever harmed us. Right? And we could get specific with it. Right? If we read down. See this word slaves right here? They threw dice to decide which of my people would be their slaves. Uh-oh. Well, slavery only. Yeah, okay. Keep, right? We're in the time of judgment. You're going to wind up, right? Catching that judgment if you don't acquiesce, right? You will, okay? You will. Here's what we're watching. Joel 3 and 9 say to the nations far and wide. When they say nations, they mean the armies of those nations. Get ready for war. Call out your best warriors. Let all your fighting men advance for the attack. We're watching it, and it ain't going to stop. All right? Not until a nuclear exchange, mutually assured destruction happens. All right? And it is what it is. So with that, we hope that the electorate edified you, brother and few sisters. Shalom.